Hello and welcome back to the Kieran Carlin channel. I'm your boy Kieran Carlin and I support a German team, but I'm not going to tell you which one. Today, I've decided to embark on what some may call an impossible task, but one I have attempted to do, and that is to fix, this is part one, it's going to be split into two because it takes me quite a while, part one of trying to fix those Arsenal PUMA kits. The entire range of every single PUMA kit, apart from the goalkeeper kits, that PUMA made for Arsenal. Let's begin. First up, okay, I can't remember what year it started, but I want to say 14-15. So this is obviously really brutally ugly. It's so long. Why is it so long? I know this will be like the player performance one, but can you perform when your shirt is all the way down to just above your knees? I'm not sure you can. That feels like restrictive on your leg movement, which is probably why they were so shit. They won an FA Cup, I guess. Yeah, just so ugly. Italy had the same template, but with a much worse neckline. So I've gone for this. Okay, I've shortened it, obviously, to a normal shirt length, and removed the random white lines. And then I went for a bit of a gold trim. Now, it's pretty reminiscent of their current kit. I feel like I've accidentally made the current kit, but that's not the point. What I did here was I shifted up the oddly long sleeves, which went down to like here. Why would you have a sleeve that long? Very odd. No, big no from Puma. Ugh. And then I didn't like that there was just a bit like the white and the red on like the sleeves and shoulders is so ugly. It's so goddamn ugly. So I whited that out. The two red cuffs on the sleeves were also horrible as well, so I just had to go full red. I tried to just do a double band and make both red stripes go across. Also very ugly, so I didn't do that. And then yeah, put in the gold because they did win an FA Cup the season before, so they're allowed to have the gold in this one. That's my logic. Next up is the away kit. This is really just something, isn't it? The neckline is violent, and I hate the big square panel on the front, and then it's just like it goes up to the point of the shoulder. Really horrible, really horrible. But is this horrible? No, it isn't. Look at that. It does look like it should have a night tick, but I've done a similar thing to the home kit. I've given it a round neck because there's no way to salvage that neckline, if I'm being brutally honest. Made the yellow go cover the entire torso. Sleeves in the navy. And then, you know, little red trim, vibrant red trim. And then I merged the random lines on the original design into two long lines which end in a point, which I quite like. You know, gives it something extra. It's not just a plain t-shirt. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You do know what I mean, don't you? Because we're all clever here. We're all artistic geniuses. Okay? And don't let anyone tell you different. Next up, the third kit, or the alternate kit, if you want to call it that. Okay, some call it the alternate. It's quite clearly the third one because it's the third one. Should be home, away, third, not alternate. Don't be coming in and saying that. Boom. So, this one, I know what you're thinking. No, you sort of done the same thing as Shh. I'm fully aware. I'm self-aware. Okay, so there's a couple designs for this one. Initially, I was like, right, you know, third in the same line, so I'll do a similar thing. Boom, did a similar thing. Pretty much a template of all three. And I was like, there's something not quite right here. Especially as there's red in the original one. They've decided to go for dark blue, sky blue, and then a green, and then keep the red and the gold in the badge. Baffling. And then white as well. That's too much going on. So remove the red. And I'm like, that looks quite nice. It looks quite nice. But it's not the most interesting in the world. So I went, oh, okay, Karen. You've done a smoky gradient, not a normal gradient, a smoky gradient. Now that's looking cool. That's looking much cooler, I think. And obviously I've changed the badge to the cannon because I think Arsenal away or alternate. Oh God, I said alternate. Oh my God, I'm a hypocrite. But that is the backbone of the Kieran Carlin channel, being a hypocrite. So I decided to do this. Boom. Oh my, this is potentially one of the best kits I've ever redesigned. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to honk my own horn. I don't want to toot my own tooter. I don't want to pull my own plonker. But this is incredible. Removing the green, okay, it was fine, but I mean, look at that. Look at the red trim on that. Oh, it's like that 90s AC Milan blue away kit, which no one liked or something, or was controversial because Inter Milan are blue or some crap like that. But look at that. A proper Arsenal away colour scheme. And then with the cloudy gradient. Oh, Shantae. For me, Clive, it's 12. Next up, we have the following season home kit. Which is, look, the collar it just goes down too long, and then with one button, there's going to be a serious amount of flappage in there, really, isn't it? You could put a whole hand in there like a tall Napoleon. And it just doesn't feel very Arsenal, does it? Probably because it's Puma. Puma just doesn't feel Arsenal. So I've gone for this. I've removed the horrible collar, and then I've just gone for like a neat collar, which isn't like a round neck, is a round neck, but then it just sort of ends early and goes in to the shirt. Remove the button and the horrible flap. Usually big fan of flaps, but not this time. And then I went for a full red torso. I think a lot of the time I struggle with having a colour go all the way up to the neck. It can work loads of times, but I felt with the Arsenal home kits, it made it feel less like a red kit with white, and it made it feel more like a white kit with red on it. And you can't, Arsenal aren't a white team with red. You know, it's got to be, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know. And then I kept the lines on the sleeves. I quite like those. It's a pretty simple redo. I don't think there's too much, but I think that already looks way more like an actual Arsenal shirt than the one on the left does. Next up, this monstrosity. What's it trying to be? Has anyone ever wondered, oh, when we're designing a kit, shall we make it quilted? No. Awful. And then, oh yeah, round neck. Oh yeah, okay, we'll do a faux V-neck here. Disgusting. Absolutely, we all know it's disgusting. A normal V-neck's bad, but the only thing worse than a normal V-neck is pretending it's a V-neck. So I've done this. Now, in these I try and keep elements from the original design. I'm trying to get in the mind of the person designing it and be like, what could you have done to make it not look shit? So you're still sort of beholden to a lot of what they've done. Now, the sleeves haven't come out how I have in my head. In my head, it's like really cool and like, it's like almost like fluttering away, it just slowly fades in different sort of panels out. I couldn't quite make that happen myself in Photoshop. But, you know, so you got to use a bit of your imagination for this one. But just imagine the sleeves look cool and they sort of fade out into the rest of the shirt. I just think it looks so much better. I just think there was nowhere to go with the gold on that shirt. I guess you could have gone majority gold, but I just felt it looks more like an Arsenal shirt on the right. I feel like a full gold shirt. I think I'd done too much gold in the other one, so I wanted to sort of keep it stum on this one as well. Actually, you know, I think I just hated the weird gradient triangles. And then the little triangles in the triangles. Not triangles, a rhombus. Is it a rhombus? No, just a... Is it a rhombus? It's some sort of equilateral... No, quadrilateral. It's got 4 sides, mate. But I digress. This looks good. This looks poopy. Next up is this one. This is disgusting. It's violent. And whoever made it should be hung at trial. But I had to keep the colours. I wanted to try and make this kit make sense. All right. They've tried a sash, and they've tried to make gold, blue, and white, and then black, sort of light blue, all go together, and then like a grey as well. I don't know what. There's so much going on, and then also striped. How does that work? So I've done this. Okay, I've kept Arsenal in their usual colour. Okay, I just felt like it. I felt like it worked. It stuck out. Fly Emirates still in white. I've kept the sash, switched it to the other side because the sash can't be going over the Puma badge. That feels odd. That doesn't. I'm not sure I like that. Has to go underneath the club's identity for me. Halved it, kept the blue and the white there. That's where I put in. That's where I transferred these two. The gold, too much of it was didn't work for me. So I've just put a little thin stripe. Made it a round neck, of course, because it's me. And then a little thin accent, you know, on the sleeves and collar. Now, is it beautiful? No, but that's the colour scheme's fault. Okay, not my fault. I think that's the best you could do with that colour scheme. If you want to have a go at any of these at any time and send me them on Twitter, I would love to see them. People ask me how I do that. I just do them in Photoshop. Literally load up Photoshop, and then I'll go on footballarchive.com or whatever it's called. I'll get parts of other PUMA kits from other teams from the same season or from a season above or before, and then I'll just sort of like use the hue saturation adjustment on Photoshop, and I'll just change a bunch of colors or add and subtract things. Now we come down to the final home kit of part 1 of fixing all the PUMA kits. Now, my issue with this one is it's not very Arsenal, is it? It's oddly geometric, and I'm sure this may have had some sort of... I feel like it probably had something to do with, like, I know, Art Deco Arsenal and that time, those rigid bits or whatever. But it didn't work for me. I don't like the random stripe down the middle, and I don't like the collar. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. So I've gone for this. Which is also a little bit disgusting, but I've tried to keep it as, I just tried to fix it as we know, and then so I allowed for the white on the top. It's not too much white, it's still a red shirt with white. I feel like you could probably put like the Braga badge on here, and it would be like a Braga shirt quite easily. And then I got a collar, which I think Leicester had and other teams had during this same season, made it white, and then made it match up to the sleeve cuffs, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. Fanny is your aunt. Fanny is what I'm gonna have for lunch after. No, that's awful. That is disgusting. That's what you're having right now. You disgusting. That is vile. All right, unless you're in a loving relationship. Actually, is it vile? It's not vile, is it? It's a perfectly fine act. This is a video about football kits. And much like what you're munching right now, this is doing the job. Okay, it's sustenance, it works, and that's all you need sometimes, because the one on the left doesn't work. I've been your boy Kieran. Let me know what you thought of my my first attempt at the PUMA Arsenal kits. I will see you in part 2, where we combat even more dog shite. I support Schalke, by the way, and also Manchester City. I didn't know I was going to record this today, by the way. I've just worn this. I am fortunate I have a girlfriend, because I wouldn't get one. That would be... Okay, goodbye.